Yeah. And we'll get to know what are the job's responsibilities and how he made it into this field, data science field. And he's from a physics background, and so this proves that data science is not only for coding people, IT or computer science, but it is open for all. It is not domain specific. And we'll get to know that how Vaibhav made his inroads into data science and how he learned coding. And he has got his own channel on YouTube where he teaches coding, AI, bringing AI into practical life. So it will be a very interesting session, guys. So I'll just chip in Vaibhav now to make us understand like what is this, like how did he really get into this data science, what was his inspiration, what made him as a data science. Now he will be really working into the field. So Vaibhav, yes, please.
Thanks for that's overwhelming introduction.
Yeah.
uh, okay, I guess that college helps you to get some better place. Like I'm from a physics background. My bachelor's is in engineering physics and focus is mostly on the quantum physics and the optical physics, which too is in theoretical purpose, not the experimental one. But even though like the starting I was interested in doing all this stuff, but later on I realized ki I had some passion about robotics and some kind of automation, which I didn't know that term was called automation at that time.
Yeah.
So I guess just it was there and I tried to explore it, and that just the college helped me to path that okay, like they just gave me a path that okay, you can also like basically campus placement will help you if you want to achieve something in that goal. Not just your branch won't only be a like barrier. It will be a sort of barrier to like some area. I don't know what. Uh, okay, basically, what should I say?
No, like you
Anyone
got
can go into
campus
IT field.
placement.
It's not like it's restricted to only people who are doing CS majors or all. I guess a lot of people are from different background. They're studying not the electrical or the CS one. They are like if someone is studying mechanical or civil, if they are interested in problem solving with the help of coding, or they are interested in competitive coding, they will eventually land up in these IT sectors if they want, obviously. So this I feel like campus placement is a place where they don't put a barrier on your background that much. Some companies do, but eventually if you want to go, you can go into IT field with the help of a college.
So like coding is not for, it's for everybody who wants to get involved in problem solving. So that person is good fit for coding. That means, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It is the way
and
you approach a problem. Coding is all about how do you
yeah,
do it. So how did you started
and
your
I feel
coding
okay.
journey? I mean, how did you really started coding uh,
Oh,
initially, and which language you're working with? I think it is Python, right?
yeah, I started with the C++. Then in machine learning, you have a lot of libraries available in Python. At least at that time when I started, Python was very booming for machine learning, and you had to do PyTorch was getting very fame, started to getting fame. That's why I guess had to shift on the Python. Uh, I started with uh, I was firstly interested in electronics. That's why I started with the Arduino. In my first year, I used to do a lot of projects on Arduino. And in the Arduino, you have to code it in the C++ or C short of language with their custom functions. So I guess there I started some basic coding, and then uh, somehow I got into competitive coding and just liked it, just the thrill of it that you can solve and get the rank, and
Mm.
that just gave me a momentum to follow this path and
So what
explore
all
what I'm
like
still exploring.
competition you participated in, like coding
Or
part of
not
it?
sort of any. Uh,
Is what inter
oh,
college or like state?
okay. In the okay, I'm not like a very bright competitive coder. I'm already like I'm just still in a phase of exploring. I feel like because I started very told to go into this field. Hello, oh, sorry. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I started with the hacker rank questions and basically just just wanted to have a more strong grip on the DSA. So I started from there, and eventually took part in some online competitions, code forces and different platforms, or just inter college competitions, and just tried and just got better and better of those questions, I feel like. And
And
then at the
gradually
end, it
the
helped
quest
me
developed.
to
Yes.
get something out of it.
Oh, great. Great. So you
Yeah,
participated
yeah.
in C++ language
Because
only.
of the way the high. No, I shift to Python. I feel like it was fast to implement code on the Python. That's why. But yeah, you can just go with any language. I don't think the language is a
Is a
barrier.
bar
If
or a
you want to
barrier.
start, just start with any form of language. So
Okay.
yeah.
So how like now let's talk about your AI bot Autobot channel. What is it all about and the vision you are like giving to
Okay.
the viewers?
So I feel like I started this channel um, to show that okay, I'm from not CS background. That helped me to use these technology in a creative way, because I'm not being taught how to use these system on
Yeah.
what things we should use. That's why I have more creativity than the usual people who do. That's why I can show people that how in a different way you can apply these different technologies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I in one video there's a project which aligns the audio with the text. So I use that.
Yeah.
There's a different entire research on this to recognize the text and to align the text. And I use this to make a YouTube video of the text. You just have to type the text and the video will be generated automatically.
Oh
Like
wow, that's so interesting. Yeah.
what motivational videos. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
things like that, you can merge different things and create a very unique thing out of it. So I wanted to make a channel to promote these people who are not from the CS background, and just to know that okay, you can use these open source technologies and create a something
Ease your life, really. Yes. Yeah. That is nice. I heard I
yeah,
have
somehow
gone
like
through,
that.
yeah. I've gone through one of your videos on
Okay.
Reddit, and it was really fascinating because it is a hyped, Reddit community. You join and meet like-minded Reddit subreddits into space. So just let us know about this
Yeah,
Reddits
yeah,
and
for
which all threads you should join on Reddit communities. How do you filter out? Because there's so much of things going on Reddit. You don't need everything. You need just very little. You're narrowing down. So can you just help us with this Reddits and all these
yeah.
things?
So, okay, Reddit page calls themselves as the first page of the internet. Eventually, I guess that is true. Like what I'll tell you, start with the how different Reddit is from Facebook. In Facebook, you are enclosed in a circle of your interest. You somehow they predict your interest, and you are
Hmm.
shown only those stuff which you had interest, and they think it encircles your interest zones. But in Reddit, I feel like this is just a step ahead, that you can choose which page to follow. They are called subreddit in their
Hmm.
Reddit terms. So you can, if you are interested in machine learning, you can follow a subreddit on machine learning. You can, there people ask different doubts about it, and you can follow different there's some page called Python projects. So you can follow those subreddits, and you can see different people doing different kind of stuff with the just the basic knowledge of the Python language or something else. So
Hmm.
if it's not it's open to every zone which you want to explore. You can just see, and it's not like, and it's not, you can just see, click on it and just join the group, and you can start contributing to that group, and you can start learning from that group. Just, and that community is very like the people all there are very interested about this stuff. And if you do something good, if you ask something, then people would help you there. If you have made something and want to show this, like if I made something on the with the help of some Python, I posted it there, people liked it, people appreciated it, and people commented me back, okay, this is good. You can
Hmm.
also create a, like you can somehow get that community onto your channel or something. Like you can ping those people who might be interested in your stuff. So
Okay, so
it
that's a good
works out very
platform
good
to,
for advertising.
yeah, okay. So you can just connect and share your stuff on Reddit.
Yeah, yeah,
Works well rather than Facebook, which is biased, you
yeah,
can say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you are more open to the community. Okay. So let us talk about your job roles and like what is it all about, cloud engineering, and how did you made your inroads in that?
Cloud engineer is more like an DevOps engineer. You have to be responsible for the development and like distribution of the product which you're going to give. So I didn't even know I was going into this field. I had this uh, two zones which interested me. Even till now I don't know which field I want to pursue after 10 years. I was in mostly a developer job, and on the either side, I was doing machine learning projects and machine learning jobs. So somehow the machine learning gives you like a theoretical aspects and the theoretical projects and making product which eventually will can be deployed or not. And on the other hand, developer jobs are like deploying the final product, and you're hosting a website. You have to know what other new security threats might be there, and you just have to deal with the issues which might occur while the deployment. So I guess these two help me to join my career into a cloud engineer eventually. Something like where you can, it will be a kind of DevOps job, but with some machine learning because of the automation and everything. So even
So
I don't
this
know, I'll be trying to explore it more and more.
okay. So
If
it's cloud. Is it like the
sorry,
cloud platform which we know like Amazon, Azure, or Google? These things. Is it like that?
AWS maybe, yeah,
AWS. Yeah. So you'll be working with
Google
that.
Cloud maybe,
Yeah. Production
yeah,
deployment and okay. So you don't
maybe
need.
it, yeah, yeah.
So you don't need. So
Like
what like
there's,
a basic qualification they need for this? Like, have you done any certification for this big data
if you
or?
have, I guess, no, no, I haven't done any certification, but I have experience with the AWS technologies and EC2 clusters and every bucket and everything with the AWS. If you
Okay.
can show that you are capable of working in the AWS, I don't think you need a certification. But obviously, if you have to get on that platform where you can show that you are experienced, that's why sometimes you might need a
Certification
certification.
is required.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So how did you start your data science journey? Like you started coding and everything, and then what made you like into the projects and everything? How did it really start?
maybe in my intern, um, the kind of exposure which I got was very overwhelming. Uh, it was a machine learning intern with where I experience how actually the machine learning is deployed into an industrial world. They are not interested in predicting the what flower it is, or they are not interested in predicting it's a cat or a dog. So what projects do machine learning actually do in the industry, right?
Yeah.
So mine was something like making a recommender system for the test cases. Like there's a software you need a test cases for uh, like just when it's going to deploy you need a several test cases, and sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days to execute all those test cases. So my job was to make a recommender system for these test cases which could suggest some test cases which are most probable to get faulty in the future. So it's something like when you open a YouTube tab, it suggests you some videos on the base of your past experiences, what you liked and what you have subscribed, and different
Yes.
kind of views and what is in the trend right now. So something similar to that is just that the person who is watching is not a person, it's a software, and the videos which are popping are the test cases which it had to see. So uh, before that, the company was uh, everyone has to do each and every test to see if it's going good or not. But after that, you can just opt for, okay, I can opt for 30% of the time, or the one day or the half day. I can give it for the test cases, and on the most probable cases which are going to faulty, they just picked it out. The recommender system helped them to choose those test cases. So it's kind of messy, but yeah, it is a recommender system. But what we study as a recommender system is the movie suggestion and everything, and how
Yeah.
it eventually deploys to the industry is very different. But it is interesting at the same time.
So, like, if a person is doing as a beginner some movie recommender system or review rating
Yeah,
or
yeah.
NLTK, so is it helpful? Is it helpful?
It is helpful. Like even if you are doing some encoding, decoding, or auto encoders or something, but if you get
Mhm.
the gist of out of it, it how actually it is helping, not just the product with the end product. If you can feel how these executions are made, like eventually if you made a recommender system which could suggest movies, but how do we do it? You have to be more focused upon what is actually happening inside the project, not the end layers. Then I guess it will be helpful for you to adapt those things into your different environment or different project. That will actually help you to grow.
Okay, okay. So you learned all these things before and then you implemented during the internship.
Yeah,
How did
sort
you
of.
manage to get this internship ever? Like any platform or you went for
Okay,
interviews? Was it
okay, it was again a college intern
okay? This was
scenarios.
college.
So yeah,
Yeah. So we've got various websites now, like
yeah.
Internshala and these things. Let's intern.
I've I've tried internshala in my second year. Uh, it was okay. You have to be more okay. Obviously, you have to be more rigorous and you have to apply for each and every like different
Yeah.
jobs there. Sort of more. You need a more hard work to apply on
Yes.
that
Yes.
platform
So yeah, advice would be like, don't stop,
because
just keep applying. Don't lose out if you don't get in one. Just
yeah,
keep
keep
applying,
applying, keep applying.
keep upgrading and honing your
Yeah.
skills. Yes. Okay. And you'll land up in one or the
I
other.
feel like startups if you want in second.
Yeah, startups are a good way to start. They help you learn so much. So like the
Yeah,
platform where you're working is also a startup or it's
yeah. I would say hi, hello. I would say ki, just don't depend on some platform to provide you internship. Just try exploring these startups or the big firms, and just every startup if they have a web page, they will have a career option there, and you can just post your resumes there and
yeah.
just keep doing it. Keep exploring. Someone might be interested in you, and you can eventually get the internship.
That was a good piece of advice, Weber. That was a very good piece of
Thank
advice for the
you.
viewers for career startups. Yes. Please do look up for the startups career page and enroll yourself there because it's gonna really help you all. And do really check WebUp's Autobot channel because it is really interesting with some cool projects and Reddit's. Make your account on Reddit because it helps you to connect with community and with like-minded people who can really help you in your data science journey and can guide you also. So Weber, any concluding thoughts over this to the data science beginners? How they should start and some motivational tips you would like to give them?
Okay,
How
so
should
just one
they? Yeah.
thing, don't delay stuff. If you are if you're interested, if you want to do it, just click on some data science project right now and start following it. Just
Yes.
start following it and just don't delay it furthermore.
Project. So like project is the main thing in ML or data
Yeah,
science. So what projects do
yeah.
you recommend to the viewers? Which are
If you are a
industry specific?
beginner, okay, okay, it's not like like if you don't know right now which industry will eventually end up. It might be uh, computer vision or some other ML technologies or the deep learning. So right now just Google deep learning or the machine learning beginner projects and start doing uh, from basic classifier to regressions. Just start doing something. Eventually you will explore more and more
Yeah.
once you start getting into the projects.
And how is the field of NLTK? It's like worth pursuing NLTK. Is it in more this thing? Recommender
I don't
system
have
and
much
NLP.
uh, experience with the NLTK. I have more experience in reinforcement learning. So I have done. I had this idea behind me. I want to do reinforcement learning because it is what
The
implemented
thing
eventually into
now.
robotics.
Yeah, this is the thing. Reinforcement. Yeah, come in.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I was always into reinforcement learning. That's why I just had in mind I will streamline my, because I had less time. I wanted to explore more and more. That's why I had to uh,
choices.
narrow down
Yes.
my choices. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
So
where you
that's
learned
why
this
I stuck on.
reinforcement learning? Any sources? Anything?
Okay, again, I started with my college courses. There was one department which was offering a beginner level reinforcement learning course. So I started from there. They just gave me a little heads up, and then I did a one of my lab project on which I trained a physical bot. It had four legs to walk on its own, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it walks very creepily, but it walks on its own. It learned how to walk on a surface.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So we can also opt for online courses for this
yeah,
reinforcement
yeah,
learning. Is it worth it?
yeah. I would say, yeah, go on to Coursera and just opt
Reinforcement
into any
learning.
course that might help. Yeah,
Okay, that was great. That was very informative session, Vaibhav. And I'm sure that viewers would really love to have more questions for you. And if they really have, please comment it in the description box, guys, in the comment section, so that we can have another session with Vaibhav if you really want it. So thanks, Vaibhav. Thanks for joining, and